Welcome to our Energy Matters with Anthony Manna and Dena Marie. Aloha.
Aloha. Here we are. When I say dobar don, I say good day to our Serbian listeners and viewers out there.
Here we are again. We just did a radio show and now we're going to do our Energy Matters Zoom YouTube.
That's right. And it's part number 3, the chakra test.
Yes, we've done everything except for the brow chakra and the crown chakra. So in other episodes, you can go back and take the test if you want to tune up your energy.
Yes, that's right. Because we've gone through every chakra from the bottom up to the very heavenly top. And I say, friends, come join me and Dena Marie, my spiritual mentor, Reiki master, faith healer, author of Our Energy Matters, The Art of Crystal Reading, and also Learn How to Manifest Your Heartfelt Intentions, as we continue to explore which chakras are blocked and need help, and what actions we can take to align our body's energy centers. Hey, wait up, Anthony. Some listeners and viewers may be unfamiliar with Dena Marie's empowering chakra energy. Yes, as unfamiliar as I was until Providence's honorable design, or was it destiny's inescapable decree, or the guidance of the sacred powers of a host of celestial beings that directed me to Dena Marie's shimmering beliefs manifested in solo or relationship colored crystal interpretations, her charmed explorations of Reiki, intonations of healing touch, and her glorified life-sustaining chakras. What is a chakra? I have to repeat it. Here we go. The word chakra, I learned in the soulful wonder of her book, means wheel in Sanskrit, an ancient Indian language, East Indian. There are 7 of these major energy centers in the human body and hundreds of minor ones, and they receive, assimilate, and distribute energy throughout our energetic fields, our auras. Reading Dena Marie's, that is, this healer's soulful manual of manners and matters, spiritual and spot on corporeal. I love that word. That is the body electric. I found that I was deemed a welcomed guest by a dream wanderer who was joyfully bestowed a wealth of sacraments to me, doled out as ethereal related doses of energy. Doses indeed, like natural healing herbs you consume to fathom the sacredness of your presence in the inner world of your heart via the sparked conscious truth of your senses. In Our Energy Matters, she warned, that is, Dena Marie warned, when one or more discs fail to spin, become bogged down, overloaded, or damaged, the whole system will suffer. All these components need to work in sync with one another in order to maintain balance in our bodily and spiritual systems. And then I go on, as an aware alchemist, I should say, of soul, body, mind, spirit search, she proposes a series of yes or no questions to examine and assess the conditions, temperament of each of the 7 chakras, consider which of the chakras are functioning to our healthful advantage and which are de-energized and in need of a remedy. Well, we could call it a prescription. So Dena Marie, part number 3, the chakra test, a continuation of the test we started in 2 episodes ago, which I hope folks will feel that they can go back and take a look at because it's so startling, conscious, but also very practical, as I keep finding over and over again, especially because I go to the prescriptions in your book, and there we go.
Yay. So we ended with the throat chakra, but now we're up here in the brow, the third eye chakra. And in my book, I have questions. So I'm going to read the questions and then we'll do prescriptions. So the brow, it's a sex chakra and it's your brow, your third eye. It is the element light. It is intuition, imagination, soul realization. Do you have vivid dreams that you can remember? I bought a dream book when I was probably 25, and my kids and I used it every morning. And I found out a lot about my kids by listening to their dreams. So do some dream work, dream interpretation. Do you rely on your intention when making decisions? Oh, intuition, not intentions, intuition, because that's how I go. If I have, it's like driving while blind if you don't have this. Are you able to imagine new possibilities as solutions to problems? So when I see people look up and they start painting a picture, I can see they're creating in their mind's eye before they physically do anything out here for us to see. Do you have psychic experiences? And that just means like, I think I should call my mom, or I'm thinking about somebody, and then you do, and they're like, I was just thinking of you. I mean, it doesn't mean you have to be reading people or doing psychic work. You just have a little hunch. Is your life filled with meaningful coincidences? There is no such thing as coincidences. They're synchronicities. And it's the way that spirit gets through to you. There you go.
There we go. And so when I come to the sixth chakra, intuition, among the prescriptions in your book, here are some of the prescriptions. Guess someone's sign. For me, that's a hard thing to do. But I think maybe because your intuition is so empowered that you're able to do that. Are you?
Oh, yeah.
Pretty much. Listen to your, go ahead.
Oh, it's fun. It's like I can see somebody, I'm working with a kid right now. He just goes and he's always looking up and thinking. I said, you're an Aries. You can tell by his forehead and he's living in his head. And I'm like, bring it down and focus on what you're doing, right?
Oh, that's great. Okay, so listen to your intuition. Write down your dreams. Imagine, daydream, and fantasize. Read positive books. Yeah, I'm doing that right now on CD. I'm recommending the spirituality and the insights and the poetry of John, the Irish poet and mystic, John O'Donoghue. Read positive books. We said that. Believe in something you can't see. Guess who it is when the phone rings. See yourself in a brighter future. Brainstorm about yourself and your desires. If you had all the time, money, and freedom, what would you do? Listen to classical music like Mozart. Wear purple. Eat purple foods. And breathe.
So meditation, right? Getting in touch with your breath. But yeah, we mentioned on the show that if I have a client whose higher chakras are blocked, I'll say, so if you had all the money in the world, what would you do? And they'll do this if the chakra's open. But if they do this and shake their head, it's closed. So that's when we do guided imagery and we paint a picture and they can see themselves on a vacation. But yeah, tuning up this is one, focusing on the beauty of this world. And you and I, it's like bird watching. It's looking up at the stars and the moon and paying attention, to the present moment.
That's it. That's it. Yeah. And being very much awake and in the here and now, which is called mindfulness.
Well, let's pretend like I had a client yesterday and they kept doing this. And every time we talk about maybe war or things that aren't working, of course, we don't want to see it. So that's when we have to give ourselves a vacation, go outside, look at the birds, look at the stars, count our blessings, right?
Absolutely.
Cool. So we're going to do the crown chakra, which is right here in the top of your head. Let's see, that's when the light bulb goes off and you get an idea and it's like, that's perfect. Why didn't I think about it? So that's when it's healthy. Your crown chakra, the element is thought. It's inspiration, equanimity, oneness with the infinite, whatever you believe in outside of yourself. Remember, believe in something you can't see. Do you feel a strong spiritual connection with something outside of yourself? It could be gravity. It works, right? Do you frequently have good and original ideas? So if you do this a lot and you're like, you have this amazing, like I can tell the kid, the Aries, he's got lots of ideas. You know, he's not looking down, shaking his head. He's getting an idea, an aha moment. Are you good at thinking in words, symbols, and concepts? So for instance, if I go to an event that I'm doing, like I did the house staging, I could see in my mind's eye, before I moved any furniture, where it could go. I create it in these upper chakras. So that's super important. Can you still your mind and meditate? And sometimes I meditate while I'm walking in the woods. It doesn't have to be a yoga position and your 30 minutes. It's just a time where you quiet your mind, listen to your breath, and be.
Wonderful.
Are you consciously aware of your divine purpose? And today we talked on the show about me mentoring kids. That's my divine purpose. This book came about by me reading little kids in their chakras. So what is it that you came here to do? What do you love to do? What do you enjoy and time passes and there's no effort involved?
Yeah, I love that story. That's why I hope people maybe can go to the archive and look at that show today, the show we did today, which is the 11th of March 2022, because you talked about being in a tent with those kids and having them choose their crystals and watching them grow and look for change. I think it's wonderful. In your prescriptions for the chakras, the 7th chakra is knowing. Connect with a higher power. Talk to an angel. I would never have thought about doing that until I read the book you wrote about your grandmother. Talk to an angel. Meditate, because she talked to an angel. Be still. Listen. Trust your inner knowing. Belong and counsel with others. I'm sorry. That's true though. Maybe that's a good slip. Belong and connect with others. Think lofty thoughts. Prophesize about the future. Ask questions and ponder. Look at the stars. Pray for yourself and others. Write down your goals and ask your higher self to help you achieve them. Think positive affirmations. Listen to music from India. That is so cool. Wear violet or white, eat white foods, or fast. And then there's a quote here, which I go back to several times. It's from the Wachowski brothers in The Matrix. Trinity says, "No one has ever done anything like this." And Neo says, "That's why it's going to work."
And that's where all these chakras, when they're tuned up, you get, something from above, and it's so inspired. It's so new. It's so original. And that's how you know your chakras are tuned up. And I love that you brought up Aura's Angel, the coloring book, because when my grandmother lost her baby, her chakras closed down. She was in a low spirits and she was basically functioning on just getting her kids fed and, getting through the day. But she was a spiritual person. And until she went out in the field to play with the kids she was watching, her spirits couldn't go this way. And she was asking God, why would you take my child? And because she took some time to play and kind of free her pain, then her spirits lifted, and that's when the angel came to her and answered her prayers. So that's what this is. It's about getting guidance from above. And when we're looking down and we're focusing on everything that's broken in this world, we cannot get that higher message. And that's what angels are, messengers. They're light beings. They're people without bodies or energy. But it's really important that we look up, ask for guidance, and then wait for that small, still voice to help you move ahead. Otherwise, it's frustrating and depressing. There's so many words that we could go with, but it's joyful when we're moving our energy up this way and through us.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I think that the prescriptions, each of those, from the 1st to the 7th, present us with possibilities for being in the moment and learning, in a sense, to find your own healing powers. Now that means that with you, when people come to you as seekers or clients, as you did yesterday, right, with one of your friends that you reconnected with, who, you know, you brought her to the beach, I believe, and you brought her to the labyrinth.
Yep. And you know what we don't do is we don't give ourselves time to do nothing. And that's what the retreat gives people, because when we go out, I look at the weather, I'm not sure what we're going to do until we're there. And then they have time by themselves, but we are scheduling already, right? Every moment of our time, we're too busy. And then you don't get synchronicity, because synchronicity is when spirit talks to you and you're in the right place at the right time. But if every moment of your life is planned, it's very hard to get these chakras to be healthy. So, you know, I say I live life like I'm on vacation, you know, and just plan a day where you don't have anything you have to do. Even once a month, you'll start tuning up your higher chakras. And then if the voice is like, go down the road and eat at this place you've never eaten at, and then you run into someone you haven't seen for a long time, that's spirit talking to you.
Right. And then also we talked about listening to the spirit in walking, you know, in walking, doing a lot of walking. I mean, I think that I'm looking forward to the emergence of spring again, because I'll walk through, you know, the woods that I live on, about 8 acres of woods. And it's when I do that early in the morning, right after the sunrise or right before the sunrise, and there's so much spiritual energy going on there that I consume, you know, that comes to me, let me put it that way, and alerts me. And I you know, and I don't necessarily have to plan the day. It is the day. It's unfolding right before my very eyes, you know, and right before my very breathing. And
today, day before the show, I finally, because the weather's changed and it's lighter, I went to the botanical gardens. I used to walk before the show, you know, but today I went and I said to myself, I so love being alone, because that's my time. That's my time with God and nature and spirit. And then it just feels like everything falls into place. So that's your meditation, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And I like how you said meditation can be not necessarily sitting on a cushion, as let's say many people do, which is also very beneficial, but sometimes it's just a matter of, you know, pausing and letting the breath go in and out, and give yourself that that time for some kind of illumination or some kind of entrance, let's say, you know, to a different place, a different world, you know. So, well,
and when you like exercise, sometimes you're like doing your exercising, and then all of a sudden you look up and you realize you were in your head the whole time and you didn't really see what was around you. So, and I guess it must be the breathing and maybe the pounding of our feet. It's mesmerizing or rhythmic. And then all of a sudden we're in that place. And that's what, you know, spirit wants us to be in that place as much as possible so that we make better decisions.
good way to put that, and good way to end. It's been marvelous. And I look forward to our next session, whenever that happens, within a week or so, to explore more energy matters. You know, what matters in our energy, and how can we be sure that we move in that direction is so powerful. So thank you. And we say good day to everyone, and pleasant day to everyone, and pleasant day to you, Dena Marie.
Till next time. Bye-bye, Anthony.
Goodbye.